SHODO-X 変身
Hey guys, welcome to the 62nd episode of the Soda Pop Podcast. As always, I'm your host of Frozen Stratos. Here with me today we have...
Josh.
And boy, did this blog go through one heck of a character arc. Zero.
Wow, you tried that one. You know what? Points for trying.
It.
Yeah, good job. You went somewhere with it.
That was
Guys! Fun. Yeah, it was fun. I had a fun time. And you know what else is a fun time? Probably the rest of the show, hopefully. We'll see what happens.
No, I thought we were going to try to have a boring episode.
Oh, you're right. Yes, this is the part where we talk about the packaging and just the packaging.
That's right.
I gotta say, they've really been lowering the plastic quality on the packaging baggies in and around. Anyway, we've got news. We've got news about Minipla. We've got news about SHODO. Tons of SHODO news. And then after that, we're going to go into what we should have done last week, the podcast topic of SHODO Amazons. Forgot the number. Yeah. It's probably like 7 or something. 8?
SHODO-X
9. 9? 9. There it is. And yeah, it's going to be a time. Hopefully not a boring one. Who wants to talk about Kiramager Minipla? Raise your hand.
I want to do it.
Oh, okay. Did you raise your hand?
I did.
I can't see it. I can't tell if you're lying or not.
Just picture it. I did it.
Okay, fine. Anyways, Malunis, you're covering it. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Wow. So the Bandai Candy Toy calendar yesterday. It has pictures now of set 3 and set 4 of the Kiramager Minipla. So set 3 is going to be out at the end of July here. And it is going to be a set of just Gigan Driller, which is Silver's mecha that just recently got revealed in the toy scan or the show scans. So just like the first 2 sets, it's going to be a box of 6, so nothing really surprising there. It is interesting how they broke it down, because it's pretty much like it transforms in a very, very similar way to Red, like just Red's mecha, and that was 3 boxes in the first set. So it was kind of interesting how they stretched this out to be 6. There's a little bit more involved with him, but they made it work. So there is not much like surprising here in terms of like what it comes with, because I mean it's exactly what you'd expect it to be. Although the last box, since it includes like this, it basically just includes like one of his, I think it's one of his leg pieces or something. I can't exactly tell where it pegs in, but it's also going to come with a new leg pieces for the Smog Joki from set 2. To have
why?
So the way that Smog Joki transforms is that he has the same legs as Keen Express does. So the like claws on his like feet for like the dinosaur mode are kind of like not like in the show. I think they're more exaggerated to be like a proper like dinosaur foot. And then when they become Keen Express, it kind of like slims down. So the Minipla had it like slimmed down for the Keen Express mode, which is the same thing that the deluxe toy does. But the Minipla is now going to include these optional leg pieces that will just swap in at the knee joint for you to have like the full claw foot for the dinosaur.
Wow. I gotta say, it is kind of funny that, you know how the Transformers community, and I suppose there's a growing one for the Toka community, but the upgrade sets.
Yeah.
Bandai's just sort of doing that in their next wave.
Pretty much. Because I when I first saw this, I was like, those look like Keen Express pieces, because they don't match Gingan Drillers at all.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I see what they're going for. It's a piece I never like even asked for, but it's cool that we're getting it.
it's strange the mentality behind that, because you'd think that like that sort of model that Soto does of splitting it between two boxes is probably something they don't want to do just to, because like, you know, kids probably just want to buy one box and they're done.
Right.
But then you head over to Minipla and they're like, well, we made this whole box, and then also in the next wave, not even related to this one, we're just gonna put an upgrade to the wave before.
Yeah, and it's weird too because like the piece of Gigan Driller that is included with the legs is an essential piece. You need that piece.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I finally figured out where it is. It's his crotch. That's what it is. So he can't stand without that piece.
You can't stand it.
That's right.
But like, does Minipla skew older than the age range for Yudo?
I'm not sure. I don't remember. What it says on it.
Well, I guess when it comes to like including something in the next wave for the previous figure, I'm also thinking of Ryu Soldier, where they had the 6th Rangers mecha, which randomly came with a pair of open hands for the main mecha, as well as a little Ryu Soul. It's interesting.
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
I gotta imagine, like, just model kits in general skew older, so that might be why they're able to get away with like a continuation sort of thing.
But I'm also looking at this. I'm also looking at this, thinking like this seems kind of super Minipla. Like we were just talking about the Liner Boy in the last episode, where it comes with an alternate pair of hands. It comes with alternate pair of hands to make them bigger, more show accurate.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely. It seems like because also, I mean, I don't know if this just kind of comes down to the relative simplicity of the Kiramager designs, or if it's just like they, are trying more to not have as many. But there's really not that many stickers on these Minipla this year. Like there are some, but they're very minimal. So like some of the kits only have like 3 stickers per box. Like it's insane. And so you're getting a majority of that detail in just the build. And it's really cool that these are so accurate this year.
God, you gotta stop making me want to get Minipla. This is getting out of hand.
To entice you more, I can mention the price of this. So just like how Soto does it, you'll be able to buy set 3 with Gigan Driller in 2 different ways. A whole set, or a box. So you can get for about $20, you can just get one of each in one big box. And then of course you can get like a set that has like 12 or 10 I think, something like that. So you get a couple of duplicates. I don't really know what good that would do you, but that's a thing. That's like 40 or something. So yeah, I mean, just get the set for 20. I don't know why you wouldn't just do that.
Right? Yeah.
But yeah,
that's not bad for a main mecha that just a fully contained mecha.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Some legs.
And also the because of how small the deluxe ones are, the like for example the Kiramager is only like a couple of inches shorter than the deluxe one.
Oh, God, stop. No.
It is
because I'm already getting the base set.
They scale very well.
Shut
with
up!
That.
Oh no!
I saw a picture with them on there, and it scales like perfectly.
Oh my God!
The price is
you
really
said the
good.
S word.
The price is really good because it's very comparable to Transformers, like what you get in terms of how much plastic is in a Transformer.
That's true.
Yeah, except here you once again, model kits are toys, but you're the sweatshop.
And the other Minipla?
So set 3 has that, and then in August is set 4. This one is going to be I think it's just from ease of like getting the mechas out, but we are a little bit behind on getting the weapons. because we hadn't gotten any of those yet, because each set has just been a full mecha. But set 4 is going to just be all of the like small weapons that we've been getting for them. So now that we have 2 new weapons showing up in the show to go along with Silver's mecha, they decided to finally do all 5 of them in one set. So it's just going to be a 5-box set instead of a 6-box one, which makes sense because these are all very small, so they all fit in one box.
Nice. Okay.
So this set is going to have Machine Roland, Lifton, Carrie, Dustin, and Magellan, I think, or however you say that, Magellan or whatever. So that's like the hammer, the fork thing, the trailer that you could put the gem on, and then that vacuum cleaner thing that Gigant Driller has, and whatever that green one does, because that just kind of sits on his shoulder.
Interesting.
So it is interesting how they're doing that. I have yet to see anyone put up a set of them, like where you just get one of each. I have yet to see that. I keep just seeing like boxes of like 12. So I don't, and even the Minipla or the Candy Toy calendar doesn't have like a listing for like just a one of each set. So you might have to get duplicates on this, or just like try to track them down somewhere, on their own. So
that sucks.
Yeah, it is disappointing because once again, it's like I don't see why you would want duplicates of these unless you wanted to like dual wield a certain weapon or something.
Right.
But it is nice that they're all contained. I mean, they're all very small, so it makes sense that they're all contained in their own, box.
I have no idea what goes into making a custom clear plastic color change, but turn them all red.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I mean, especially the Roland, since that is a thing that they're even making.
Yeah, I mean, or hey, if you want to put the extra work in, these are model kits. You now have the sprues. You can make molds out of them and get your own clear red plastic.
Oh, that's true. I didn't even think of that.
That reminds me. That reminds me. During build, there was this one guy who took the kind of cheaply made Momotaro's full bottle, which was like one of those ones that was just kind of made of a cheap hollow plastic, and just made their own mold in clear red.
Oh, nice.
That's smart. That is a smart thing to do.
That is a really good idea.
I would never do that in a million years. Because that would take too much work.
Oh yeah,
That's smart.
I would totally mess it up.
I would encourage someone to do that. I want someone to trailblaze that. I want someone to make this a normal standard thing, and make something for it for the consumer. I would like to be able to do that. If there's an innovator out there, make it happen. 3D printing isn't the future. It's mold making.
Oh, of course, absolutely.
Yeah, it's custom mold making.
What if you combine those ideas?
3D print the molds, then you've got the print line still. I guess
there you go.
I guess the whole thing would just be resin 3D print the mold using an SLA, but that's a different conversation.
It's illegal, is what it is.
Well, I don't know. Well, here's the thing: you could potentially. This is off topic. You could potentially get like, 3D scanner or like a 3D. The Xbox Kinect or whatever that has the two.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've seen people take that and then sort of but like scan in objects, or at least their face, and then clean it up in the software, and then you're able to print stuff out.
Oh wow, really? That's cool.
Yeah, if you streamline that process in some sort of way to make it like viable for a consumer, do it. And then produce a mold out of that, because I feel like, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm asking far too much, and something like this, ideally, like if something like this were to happen, probably would kill manufacturing. So that's probably why it hasn't happened. I don't know. It's probably not too feasible, but it's something I want. Especially since I've been doing this Proto Gaim custom, I've been like, man, I don't want to paint this. What if I just made a mold?
Oh, right.
Yeah, but hey, keep talking about the mini plot.
Well, I mean, there's not much else to say about it. I haven't figured out what this piece is, but all of the weapons come with this same piece. It's like this tiny little transparent yellow piece. I don't know what it's for.
Do you have a picture?
Yeah, I do. I can send it real quick.
Okay.
I don't know if it's like. Here, let me pull that up for you guys.
Sure.
I just keep talking about it while I send it.
Okay.
I don't know if it's like a way to combine it with the like Gigant Driller, because like you can put Gigant Driller on, or you can put these like on the shoulder of him for his like maid mode is what I like to call it, when he's like vacuuming and stuff.
Right. Yes. Naturally.
Of course. So yeah, so there's a picture of it. I sent it in the chat. Yeah, so they all come with that same little
that's weird.
yellow piece, and I don't know what it does. So
oh my god, I just realized I typed something into the wrong chat. Now that you've sent that into the staff room chat, oopsie. Hold on. Wow, that was embarrassing. Cool. Anyway, yeah, it might be like an overall like sort of connector piece.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, that's strange.
So, I mean,
Unless it's a Build-A-Figure.
Build-A-Figure of the same piece 5 times.
Yeah. All you have to do is put them together,
and I get a whole line.
Yep.
It's gonna be so worth it.
Of course, yeah.
I'm assuming it's some peg for it to be able to be held or something.
Yeah, possibly. Is there a reason why, or like, is there a figure that's yellow?
Well, the Shovel-O, which is the yellow arm on Kiramager, is what would hold like like that would usually hold the weapons, but then also his other hand would hold them, and that's not yellow. So I'm not sure if it's
interesting
to give, because Shovel-O, I'm looking at it right now, it has a peg hole on it, so like I don't see why it couldn't hold something just fine. But maybe I'm not sure. I'm sure there's some point to it.
The thing itself does not have that piece or something.
That's possible. Yeah.
Yeah. That's strange.
It is weird, because it's also weird that it's cast in yellow on all of them and not like in the same plastic as the rest of the thing.
Yeah.
Because that's gonna be like its own little sprue. Because it's gonna be just this one little thing.
Well, I mean, it might just be rattling in there, because it might just be on.
Oh, that's true. It could just be
on its own yellow sprue, and you cut out 6 and you throw them into the.
Yeah, because I mean, these are gonna be very easy builds. These are all very small, and will be pretty self-contained. Just being in there. But it's nice to.
This is a lovely green.
I know, right? They're really cool. I mean, yeah, they're super accurate, of course, and I'm just happy that they are finally getting around to doing the weapon. I never thought they weren't going to do the weapons, but it makes sense that now that we have 2 more, that they would be doing them now. Mm-hmm. And also just it's fitting for just this to happen now. But so we do have, that's all there is for Minipla. They're just the press images. I don't know if, I'm sure we'll have like a blog update, like with more of a in-depth look at it, of like how everything works. There is a set 5 up for pre-order that's gonna be out in October, but we have no idea what that is yet. Probably the next mecha that gets introduced, since they'll be all caught up at this point. So yeah, that's it for Minipla.
Nice.
Yeah,
cool. That's a lot of stuff.
It is.
Yeah. But now let's move into SHODO, which it was like 3.5 releases with this week.
Pretty much.
I don't know why they blew their whole load this week.
Yeah,
I'm wondering.
Maybe they're just really excited that there's finally new episodes.
I guess so. You know what? It's like, hey, we're actually back for real this time. 36, not just a 0.5. This is 36.
Oh boy. Small aside, I just watched all of the hiatus material as well as that. Boy, I see what you meant about 35.5.
What did I say?
I think you guys were saying, "Oh, it's very apparent that something has changed with the way that it's filmed."
Yeah. Also, I don't know if you watched 36 at all.
Yeah.
But there's no ties to anything that happened in between.
Oh no, not at all.
There's no what?
You did not have to sit through any of that.
Oh yeah.
But it was neat. Hey,
it's funny because just real quick because while I was thinking about that, it's funny because based on what we know from like magazine scans, 35.5 makes more sense as if it was written now than it was for when it aired in terms of the story. Like it.
Oh, because of the device.
Right. It fits more of like present day than it does where it aired.
Oh, that's so weird.
It is
okay. Hey, let's talk about some Art Zero since he debuted this week.
Yeah. Finally.
Which I'm recognizing now this definitely isn't going up until way later. So hello from the past. Hello to the future from the past. This just debuted and the SHODO figure looks incredible.
Oh, it looks so good.
Yeah, so I think the first major thing about this is that, hey, they're really happy about the eye stickers here. You might be wondering, what? Why would you be happy about that? Well, there are like these really nice looking details in the stickers, but they understand if you don't want the eye stickers, they recognize from the blog. I think SHODO-01 or Chronicle consistently has been painted the compound eyes. And in the questionnaire, and this is something that they quoted, then this time of the left eye involved is the longer identity of this character.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Exactly, yeah. But basically it says, before it is like, they're known for their compound eyes being painted, and they didn't know how to solve the look, like the arc, the look of the arc in the eye. So they decided to give it a sticker, but also, if you don't want it, you've got paint. You've got paint underneath.
I hate to say,
so you're covered.
I hate to say, the way that you probably would have resolved all that detail is just to mold it in like the physical suit. But anyway.
Wait, what?
You were saying they weren't sure how to get all that detail into the eye, and I was just saying, could just mold it into the eye, kind of like the physical suit does. But the sticker works.
I don't know that you can mold that that fine detail.
Maybe not that fine.
Like into the
maybe
eye,
a simpler
like
version.
It would be very small.
It's not just that. It's also a thing of like, it's on that rounded surface. Do you see how true. Like the antenna gets like the negative space behind it happening? Like everything has to happen.
That's true. Like that shouldn't really even be like that. Yeah. Right.
So like everything has to happen directionally. If you molded that in, if you like had that inset area, it would have to be that direct. Like if you're looking on a curved plane and then you. Again, I hope this is helpful. Like, you extrude forward into the eye to, like, cut out the little pieces. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like, I don't know that it's gonna work like that. Yeah, especially if, like, the way you're releasing the mold is one direction and you can't release it, like, right off of the eyeball.
I definitely appreciate them painting the eyes, because that is a nice thing.
Yeah,
but I mean the stickers look so much better. Detail wise, because you can know that silver on the other side.
Plus,
absolutely.
Plus, I also think that what they were trying to get at with that quote, mentioning the identity of the left eye, they're saying like, the whole thing that you think of with Arc Zero is it's got that sort of specific eye design.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have that sticker, then that's losing his identity or its identity.
That's true. Yeah. But then
So I guess-
also, just go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I guess what the point here is, they're giving you the option to just like have all that detail if you really want it.
Yeah, these are truly option stickers.
Oh, absolutely.
Like sometimes option stickers mean, hey, this can create an entirely new thing, so you'd probably be best to buy another one of these. But here it's like you choose. And this is like the most low stakes sort of option sticker set, and I'm all for it. But yeah, good stuff. Another thing, gripping hands without holes recorded. We've got more punchy fists, and once again we run into the situation that
Ichigata.
Ichigata, yes.
I knew you weren't going to remember his name.
Yeah, probably. It's safe to say. Yeah, Ichigata, they were telling them, hey, or they were asking Toei, hey, how does he fight? Like, does he use a weapon or anything? And at the last second, they told him, oh, hey, they use hands. But here at the last second, they showed him, hey, he uses other people's weapons. And he's like, oh,
It's like, so...
well, we already made fists since you didn't say anything. And we just sort of figured, well, he's got to at least punch, right? Okay, well, we'll do this.
They're like, so does he use a sword? Does he use a bow? Does he use a gun? Yes.
But that's the thing. They didn't even tell him until late. I think they said, let's see. Even if I knew a few months ago, if I did not know it last year at the latest, the recording would not be in time. So it takes time to make these things.
Mm-hmm.
Last year. That's what? Yeah, this is like 6 months ago. Potential, like, is the lowest estimation. It could have been any time last year, but it takes that long for these things to go into production.
Mm-hmm.
And then we saw earlier with Ikazuchi's sword, right?
Months.
I think, when was that?
When we saw the prototype of the sword?
Yeah,
We saw it the weekend that episode 14 aired.
Probably December.
Yeah,
December.
It was
So
during.
I'd
It was
say-
during. It was like right after Christmas. Or right
especially
or right
since these
before.
are coming in at the same wave. Like, is it safe to say that it went from December to now? Is the sort of production time?
Maybe that makes sense.
Huh. It's interesting. I just
If anything, I would say like maybe set 8 was in development in December, set 9 around January, somewhere in that time frame.
You know what? We could keep speculating, or once you guys get your next SHODO figures and get the survey link, just ask. Put it in the comments. We want to know the production time of these things. We want to know the timeline.
That's true.
Not just like, hey, show us or anything. Prove to us that you're doing the work. No, it's like, I want to know. I want to know what the process is for this stuff. So,
because I am curious about like
maybe
how long, like in advance, that Bandai, Toei, and Plex give them everything, and they give them the time to do it.
It would be neat for
because I'm
maybe,
assuming
like, a
they give them
feature.
like their. I'm assuming that they give them like their layout, like their plan for the year.
Yeah. But I'm saying it'd be neat for like if Saber's final form happens in the show, like we tell them, hey, we want to know what the production stuff is all like for this. So then once the final form is revealed on the thing, then they give us like a whole production time layout. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know who else other than like maybe a handful of us would be excited about that.
It makes sense
that
it makes sense that these would go in development so like early in terms of like in relation to when they release, because like Toei usually starts like development or like kind of like pre-production work, I guess, on the next series in the middle of the current one.
Yeah.
Right.
So it would make sense that like everything would have been finalized except for all these like surprise things like Kikuzuchi and stuff would have been finalized months ago.
6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least. So. Yeah.
Also want to say, I was just flipping between the concept art just to confirm this. Arc Zero is the first writer in this series to actually share 01's sort of design aesthetic. So these closed fists could be used for 01. They have a little bit more detail, but still.
Oh, neat.
That's fair.
And I mean, like, they had I feel like they had most of the work done for them in relation to the body, and that's probably why they were able to mold in tons and tons of detail into this thing, which coincidentally is the next point.
That chest design.
Oh yeah, like they just had an image of it, and they said small details that are peculiar to see each other are easily reproduced despite this size. Neat. I didn't know that this would be so simple. From what they're saying, what gets me is the that band running across like around the neck, near the clavicle. That like cable, man, I'm loving that.
Oh, I mean,
this is neat.
It's pure. I mean, the only sticker on that is that red piece, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like it.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I know. So I do.
Oh, and
I do
probably
wonder if
probably the white stripes there down there too.
I do wonder if them already having the body really helped here, because we know for a fact it helps. Just like to work out the budget, just because every time we get a re-release of Kikai, it's like, hey, since we're reusing a mold, we're allowed to put this in an impossible box.
Oh, right,
in a box that is only one, like a fully contained experience. So I gotta assume that a similar thing happens here, just since most of the molding's done.
Yeah, just going back to what I was saying before, I can imagine a guy like him would see, oh, thank goodness it shares the main character's body.
Yeah. But yeah, then after that they showed us all of AI-09 in the complete wave layout. But we didn't know about this guy. Dodo.
Yes.
We got the Dodo chick.
I can't believe it. After I was just like talking to people about how someone made me realize, oh yeah, this would actually be really doable in SHODO.
And check this out. Once again, they're re-releasing the Trilobite Magir mold.
Also,
what if they
this time,
they
didn't even have to remold the arms. It's just the head.
Yeah. You just have to change the color of the stickers.
They're saving... I gotta imagine they're saving so much money in this one. Like, 01... Maybe not even Arc 0. 01 and Tsukiyomi is like leeching the budget from everything else. But since they're all re-releases, like, it works.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
It's incredible to see such a balanced wave. And having all this production knowledge and like looking at it and saying like, oh, that must be how this works. You know what I mean? Or at least be able to make an educated guess.
And I like how you're getting like 3 bad guys and 3 good guys on this wave.
Oh yeah. Wait, 1, 2. Oh, I guess the human gear is.
You could go like either way with that one. But...
Yeah, and I guess technically Taro is both as well.
Yeah, I
know Malunis is going to be using it as a good guy.
Yeah. That's fair.
But yeah, they basically said, though, they're going to be talking about it next week, which, once again, I got to imagine that's not the only thing they're going to be talking about, right?
Yeah. Because I think the text underneath the image said something like, it was something kind of cheeky, like, we'll be talking about it next week for some reason. And then, like, at the end, they said, next week, a review of the Dodo Magia chick, and then, like, space, and then they just... ... question mark? It's like, oh.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh yes.
You know we're getting the rest of them.
Oh, absolutely.
And then you
So
compare
then, after that-
all of his forms with Ikazuchi to have your Dodo army.
That's right. Just slowly putting on another dude's clothes.
Yeah.
Hey, let's talk about Thunder Anarchy.
Oh, this looks so good.
Ikazuchi.
I'm,
Yeah, dude.
I know I was talking to you this morning about this a little bit, but
Mhm.
I'm incredibly biased towards this suit because I just love how it looks. But
Yeah.
oh man, they got it. It looks so good.
They got it. And
Since you've, I'm assuming you've got the photos right in front of you. I don't.
Yeah.
What color is the bodysuit in this case?
whatever color what's his name Bloodstark is. This is more in line with the suit rather than the actual art.
Yeah, that's why I was asking, because I'm pretty sure the SHODO Bloodstock used the concept art color, which is more of like a pinkish color.
Yeah, it's like a lighter red.
Yeah, this is more of the suit, and like
Good.
I do remember specifically the Bloodstark figure being more of a textured finish rather than the glossy finish that we have here.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But like this is something they don't note in the blog, but this is like if you look at the like this dude's limbs, they do that thing they did with one of the Vulcan releases, and like they sort of seamlessly meshed black and another color of plastic in and paint matched in order to make it all like look just like it all goes together, and it works.
Nice.
So like the way that they paint matched the red to the red plastic, like I don't know, I really like the way this looks.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, they have, once again, they're going all the way back to episode 14 because this is kind of inaccurate now, but all the way back to 14 they've got the all the progress keys loaded in.
The 8 progress key holders.
And then we also get to see the swords that we were teased 6 months ago.
Yep, and we saw those in December.
Yeah, so
that's how we knew we were getting them.
How do you remember that?
I don't know.
I mean that's around the
oh
time.
no, I do know because the I remember the weekend that blog update came out. I was at my grandma's for Christmas.
Oh, that makes sense.
Because I remember like checking the blog update like at the table. I was like, wait a second, I gotta check the SHODO update. And I saw
Merry Christmas. It's time for SHODO.
Right.
I can't believe you're asking. How do you know that that's when that debuted? When we just had like 6 weeks of recaps. Also, my favorite thing from this blog post is when he's talking about the belt and all those progress key holders. He said something to the effect of, there's so many different things about 01 riders where like he heard in advance, it seems that 8 keys are inserted into Ikazuchi's belt, and he just said to himself, no, that's too many, that can't be right. And then he just like made with the regular 2 key holders, and then he saw the episode and he was just like, seriously? Like he didn't think that it was actually like doable to have that many key holders on the belt.
Right.
Yep. And then it happened.
And now it's inaccurate.
And you know, at this point, people have probably seen episode 36. At the point that we're recording, or you've probably seen episode 37. The episode preview for 37 gives a certain little spoiler away, a very big spoiler, in fact. It's the fact that Ikazuchi has 2 key holders. Nothing else was spoiled.
You know what? I don't know if I knew the spoiler before you said it, but thankfully my internet said, ooh, you're not going to listen to whatever he's saying right now. And I didn't hear it. So that worked out perfectly for me.
The joke is that I was avoiding the actual spoiler in the preview by saying that Ikazuchi's belt is normal.
My internet really doesn't want me to hear what you're saying.
I'm making jokes.
But
That's why.
That's fair. Hey, so this next thing is something that Josh has been.
Oh, yes.
asking
I'm
for.
ready. I'm going to talk about it.
Fantastic. All right, go for it.
I forgot about this. I actually forgot this happened this week. I scrolled down and I saw it. So, for months, I've been saying, well, we got to get Hopping Kangaroo someday, because they're committed to doing everything that appeared, like, on screen for rider forms, and we hadn't had it yet. And I was like, is it really going to be in the main line? Because, you know, that's a kind of a weird release to be in there. And I was right, because it's not in the main line. It's going to be a Telebikun Pack-In figure, which that makes sense. That's what the other ones were for Hyperbattle DVDs. Because that happened with the Kuma Telebi for Build, and it happened with the Level 0 for X-Aid. So it's been 2 years since we had that happen the last time. But yeah, we are going to get Hopping Kangaroo, and it is going to be out in the, if I remember correctly, yeah, it's going to be out at the end of July in the September issue, because that's how the magazines work. So
to be honest, I still don't fully understand how that whole system works, but
it is weird.
Long as someone understands
yeah, like the magazine scans that we just got were for the August issue. I know that doesn't make
It would also help if I knew what months we were in. What is this one? July. Next month is August. Well, how does that make sense?
I don't know.
I don't know.
How do magazines work?
Yeah, I don't get
That's
it either.
weird.
I might have to try to find. We'll have to ask Rai or Chris if they have an Amazon Japan link for this issue, because
Yeah, absolutely. Because I want this.
I want to grab this because I know the Kuma Telebi went up pretty high in price for a while, and now it's mellowed out.
No, I was stupid and bought it at the highest possible price.
Right.
Of $50.
I have the X-Aid Level 0 one, but I don't.
I got that on Mandarake for like $15.
Oh, right.
Why did I pay $50 for Kuma?
And the last time, or the X-Aid one came with this beautiful Telebikun issue that had a whole SHODO-X-Aid, like at that point, checklist in it. And well, not really a checklist, but it was like a gallery of like every SHODO figure they'd done for X-Aid.
Oh my god!
And
that's awesome.
I love it. It's fantastic.
Oh my god!
The only thing that wasn't in there was the X-Aid like final set, because that hadn't been revealed at the time. I think.
Okay.
I think that wasn't in there. Maybe it was. I'll have to check. I'll have to check that again. But yeah, I don't think it was in there. But hopefully, I mean, I don't think we're going to do anything like again with that, because I think this is just a normal Telebikun issue. I think.
But okay, so then what does it mean when they're saying SHODO's appendix has been a special issue since SHODO?
Yeah, I don't know.
This time, it is the first SHODO history, not a special issue, but an appendix in the magazine released monthly.
Okay, so maybe there will be like a part of the magazine dedicated to it or something.
Do you think?
Okay, hold on. What is? I don't know book anatomy. What is the appendix?
What?
Where is that?
I think it's. I don't know, like.
And is that even what they're talking about? Is that translated correctly? Is there some weird thing where if you say or if you write out appendix, or if you write out a different part of a book and you miss out on a certain letter,
see,
that's
translates
another it to appendix instead?
That's another reason why I want to pre-order this, because I want to be able to get the magazine, because I want to see what they're talking about.
Yeah, because
I guess this is more of like a, hey, you should buy it to figure this shit out.
Because the I don't remember exactly the issue, like the exact issue that the Build one came with, but the X-Aid one, that wasn't like a Telebikun issue. That was like it was like a super Telebikun issue. It was like a special like X-Aid only magazine. That had it also had a Gashat list in there too. I love that thing.
Oh wow!
But it had like basically it was like in the book it was like the magazine scans for like the last month or so of X-Aid, and then it had like a Gashat list, a SHODO list, and then I think it had like some bootable soul, like a bootable soul checklist back when that first started.
God, that's awesome.
Yeah, I love it. And so I don't know if this is gonna be like something like that for 01 and then maybe like SHODO in general, since they're kind of hinting at that, I guess. Or if this is just like gonna be like our typical end of the month magazine and you just get Hopping Kangaroo with it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Malunis, you have resources. When are you covering this on the Tokusatsu Network?
Generally, we don't really talk about the magazines.
Oh. No. I meant like, when are you covering the blog?
I can certainly try to figure something out by then. By then, this magazine will probably have come out. But
oh, okay.
But what I was going to say is, I don't want to get your hopes up, but I wonder if what their meaning is, this is going to be a first because it's a SHODO-centric magazine. I don't know.
That's what that's the
SHODO
thought
history
that I had. Yeah, that's the thought that I had, but I didn't want to like say it because I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
And also, like you said, I didn't want to get my hopes up, so I'm cautiously optimistic.
I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want you to spend a bunch of money on it.
I mean, I'm buying this. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
He has to get Hopping Kangaroo.
It's inevitable.
I mean, even though I eventually intend on getting all the SHODO figures, I think I might pre-order this one just because I want this magazine.
Yeah, same.
I mean, it could be nothing, but honestly, I wouldn't mind just owning the magazine. I think that'd be a cool thing to have anyway.
Yeah, like, even if it didn't come with the SHODO figure, if it was like a SHODO-centric issue, then I would.
Right, yeah. If there is something about SHODO in there, then I definitely want it for just some kind of like.
Absolutely.
I don't know if it'd be like a guide or something, like to everything we've had so far, but that would be really cool though.
Man, I'm excited for. This is weird to say. I'm excited for a magazine, boys. I'm so excited.
I'm just excited that. I mean, I didn't think that they'd like forgotten about it or anything, but like they're still bothering to put this out because that Hyper Battle DVD came out like half a year ago. It's been out for a long time. And so it was always in the back of my mind. I was like, oh yeah, they never did Hopping Kangaroo, and now here we finally have it.
Yeah, I wonder what took so long.
Well, I think what was interesting is that like around the time that the Hyper Battle DVD came out, and like when we probably would have gotten the SHODO pack-in, the magazine pack-in ended up being the Progrise key for the form.
Oh.
And not the SHODO figure. So I think they just chose to do the Progrise key over the figure. And then decided to do it now.
SHODO team was probably also just sitting there just like, when the hell are we going to be able to release this? We've already made it.
Right.
The release has been done. We're waiting on you guys.
They've had
they've
had it done the whole time.
This is one of my favorite like iterations of the I guess suit transformations because it takes the shoulder pad. Everything on 01 always shifts around for a new animal, but this one takes the shoulder pads and puts it on the hands, and I always love that idea.
Oh, it looks cool.
It looks great. No pouch though, but I do wonder if the hands are different. You're going to be getting like peg-ins on top.
Oh no, I'm so disappointed now. You mentioned the pouch. I forgot about that.
Wait, hold on. Is there supposed to be a pouch as a part of this figure, or I was just saying like a kangaroo has a pouch?
Well, the form has one that can open.
It what?
the like the little like lower chest plate there. I don't know if do you have a picture of it in front of you?
Not the form itself, but is it like a removable
the figure,
ab piece, or does the ab piece open?
In the movie or the DVD or whatever, the little chest plate at the bottom that opens up, it's a little pouch.
And now I'm disappointed.
But like,
way to go!
I don't know if SHODO, because we just have these press photos. We don't have like the in-depth look at it. Maybe it does that, but I don't.
Maybe.
But I completely forgot, because I remember when this form first came out, I was like, Soto better replicate that. But it's been so long that I forgot about that. And then you mentioned it, and I was like, oh, okay, now I demand it.
I demand it! Also, gotta say, even though it's my favorite part about the design, the shoulder pads on top of the fists, those are tragic. Those stickers are tragic.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Like, these are your fancy special promo images, and you're coming in with these stickers? Who did this? Whose fault is this? Anyway.
I need to know.
Yeah, we gotta know. Hey, so, when you're buying the magazine, you better be buying it proudly.
Good segue.
G went through this whole thing about saying, hey, guys, please proudly champion you buying this, I guess, magazine next month. Why? Because G-Man's been through hell and back. When he went to the store to get the Giraffe Progrise key, it was a Toys R Us exclusive that you had to go to the store with your belt on and ask for it at the counter. So when he went, he showed up, he's like, hey, one Progrise key, please. Here it is. The belt on me. Or he at least brought the belt. And the clerk was like, well, hold on. Let me go to the back. I need to go get it. And he stood there and waited in front of a bunch of kids and their moms with his belt on like a freaking nerd. But he did it, and he got his sparking giraffe key.
Nice.
And as Vangelis says, he has deleted fear. So please proudly buy this issue.
I love this guy.
I love I love him. I love this story. This is wonderful.
It was actually this embarrassment that is the reason we never got the concept form in Soto for Sparkling Giraffe.
Yeah,
he didn't want to relive it.
Yeah, exactly. But man, yeah, this boy, this was a journey.
Yeah, that was a busy week. I didn't think it was going to be.
It was a busy one day.
You're right.
I was looking through all the things they revealed on this blog post, and I was just like, what the hell is going to be in the last wave?
I know. Okay, you know what? I want to keep pushing this. I don't know that I really have too much to say about, because I really want to speculate 10. I don't know that I have too much to say about Amazons, other than they look really good, and the difference between the metallic plastic and the metallic paint is a lot less noticeable in person.
Nice.
And promo pics.
I don't know. These are just fun figures. And then also, in terms of comments from you guys, let's see, podcast topics. You guys had said, or at least just Blade Raider, I also got SHODO-X 9 in the same box. If I'm jumping the gun, feel free to save this for later. We did it. They're all great. I do wish Alpha came with a left hand that was bent inward so he could scratch his scar. That's disgusting. The renewal of Amazon is amazing. The hips allow him to crouch so far down that he can basically sit on his hand holder thing. Doesn't need it to balance though. The shoulder pads of these figures are just glued around the neck, but not on the tops of the shoulders. Makes them get out of the way easier, which easier while still holding their shape. I hope the new Kabuto is like this. I agree, because I ran into that with my original one as well. But, you know, only time will tell. To me, I'm still like iffy on that design aspect of the shoulder. But it's an interesting solution to it, which I really liked seeing developed. And then he goes on to say he didn't really mention Omega or the Jungler, so here's a quick follow-up. Omega gets the short end of the stick in this wave in that he has weapons that aren't included, and that's a shame. Other than that, he's just as good as the others. I don't really have much to say about the Jungler. It's fun. It's a fun, goofy-looking bike, and that's fine. Yeah, I mean, as much as I like having the bikes, these are kind of a pain to always sort of put together, especially since like they don't have the Gundam style step-by-step thing. They just have the exploded view, and you just sort of have to figure it out on your own, which I guess, hey, it's a puzzle, but if you get something flipped backwards, you gotta pry everything open, and it's gonna suck, and it's not gonna be a good time. Had it happen before, not this time though. Just look at the orientation of the wheels in the images, and there are specific cues, specifically in like the central area of the wheels, that tell you where and which direction they're going in. Anyway, that said, I want to talk about 10. I want to see what you guys are thinking about 10.
So,
right.
right away, because of spoilers, I'm not going to say what those spoilers are for you.
I already know that part. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to say right now, this is spoiler territory. Well, by the time this is released, which is probably weeks from now, probably won't be spoiler territory.
Both things will
just
be in the
case,
show by that point, probably.
Yeah, just in case this is sort of spoiler territory, so you've been warned.
Yeah.
Kamen Rider Naki.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the thing. So I was talking to Josh about this last night. What if it's a situation where, just like with
Tsukiyomi.
Ikazuchi and Tsukiyomi, both of them, that they appear late, and G is like, no, oh no, oh no, and then doesn't appear until the next series. That is my prediction for Naki. They won't make it into this wave.
I know. Our group chat was talking about this on Saturday. I don't know how much of it you read, Corey, but we were trying to figure out where like Naki's suit comes from in terms of like kit bashing things together. So I wonder if Naki's Sprider suit was a last minute decision or not.
It seems more elaborate than Ikazuchi.
It is, yeah, it definitely is.
Why? Because it's like specifically molded.
Yeah, there's like, I think that like the helmet might come from Jin. It kind of looks like the Flying Falcon helmet.
It looks.
As for the rest of it, though, it's kind of hard to figure out where, if it even is, using old stuff.
I'm of the opinion that unless someone can actually like point out a very good example, to me it looks like it's all like original parts on top of Night Rogue.
pretty much.
Which honestly, even if it was, they'd still have to remold the whole thing.
Oh yeah. Because like Ikazuchi and 001 were like pretty clearly just like the Night Rogue and Bloodstalk suits just reused.
Yeah. I mean those forearms are definitely Bloodstalk, but also you have to change the mold just for the build of the character.
Yeah, that's true.
Like they're very different. So, oh man, I love that collar. Yeah, that is a good collar.
No, I love the suit.
So you have this suit, and then Corey, did you get spoiled on the other thing that's coming out?
I did get spoiled on Arc Zero's final form.
Yep, because there's an RKF figure, so it's kind of hard to avoid that one.
Yeah.
It's Arc 1 specifically.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's probably another thing that's going to be in AI-10. I imagine that's going to be.
Oh, for sure. Figure. I think that's a. Yeah, I think it's definitely a definite that we're going to get that, because that obviously seemed like it's been planned, for a while, and also it's a pretty relatively easy because I think it has this. I mean, I think you just have to make a new armor set for the Arc Zero body. I think the actual body would stay the same. Because you just change like the chest, the head, and the belt and stuff like that.
So, yeah, I mean, I think that's the only for sure thing I have so far. Yeah, at least in my speculation. The only other one that these are sort of wants, but also I don't know why they wouldn't do these. I'm thinking Jackal, and invading horseshoe crab, but with the old lady inside of it. God, I love that old lady.
I love how I just love how, like, if you get that, that's the character that you're going to be
That's
thinking
the
of
old
on the show.
lady. Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
I've got an old lady action figure.
Because, if it's a soldiers, then it has to be like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, exactly. So this is, if I only get the one, it's a specific character.
But
No, it's just 4 old ladies on the show.
Oh, it's a Golden Girl.
They're silver.
Oh my god.
Also, don't forget Dodo
I
Magi.
want that. What was that? Hello?
I think he said the other dodos.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah, other dodos.
I guess the question is, how would they handle that? Because the thing is, you would have to include a sticker set for the head of the chick one, or you would have to just re-release the chick with stickers? I don't know.
Or, potentially, and I don't know if I like this option, and stop me if any of this doesn't quite work, but what if maybe they can fit it into 2 boxes.
Well, speaking of boxes,
maybe it'll have to be stretched out to 3. What if you put in an extra chick head with the bright colors?
How many boxes were in 10 again, or that we thought were in 10?
10?
10 pieces, so potentially 5 figures.
Okay, so 10.
But we thought that with 9, and we actually got. Let me check.
Wait, what?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 figures, because they were able to turn.
Yeah, Dodo and the Himagiri in 1 box, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah, it's possible.
Right.
Because right now we can definitely, basically we have 8 boxes to speculate about, because we know Arc 0 or Arc 1 is going to be 2 boxes of that. Like, that's almost guaranteed.
Yeah. And just so obviously Arc 01 or Arc, is it Arc 1 or Arc 01?
Arc 1.
Arc 1.
That one is once again another slight remold, so we have budget to spare.
Right. Yeah, because it should
With
just
our
be
speculation.
it should just be reusing the body from 9.
Yeah.
Exactly. So what that would mean is that we could potentially get something a little bit more intricate, or something more paint heavy, or something more.
So that's the Dodo Magi, because look at that head.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, I can see it, because that would require PVC.
I was about to say it's going to be so much PVC. The head alone is going to be the most expensive thing in the set.
Yeah, probably.
Definitely.
The most expensive single piece in the set, yeah. So I think that one, I don't want to say it's a safe bet, but it's safer than.
I mean, I would definitely say that it's
Jackal and.
I would definitely say it's more likely after their whole tease kind of thing that they were having with the Dodo this week.
It's there's not even any speculation there. It's just oh yeah, they're doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where are we at with any of the other figures? Because
you see, it's hard to say, because it's I don't know. I just don't know how much of a heads up to random things that we might be getting, or something that they have.
Right? Because we don't typically get anything outside of the new stuff that we got in that scan, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Because it's also kind of hard to guess, because going back, because this is gonna be 01's last retail wave, and basing off of our last couple final retail waves, X-Aid and builds were movie stuff, and then Geo's was cleanup basically, and then
it was going to be.
It was going,
right,
wasn't. Right, and then now we have 01s where I don't know. I was talking to you about this morning, Corey. I don't know how. I don't know if this set was originally intended to be movie stuff, but now that the movie's been delayed, so have the corresponding figures, since we don't even know what the movie was going to have.
I wonder if that's why we're not getting 11. How far in advance? Like they were potentially about to announce it, like 11, set 11, or at least like have it available for retailers, and then just went like, oh.
I personally think what was going to happen was, I think maybe they so say we get the different dodo forms, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe set 10 was always supposed to have movie stuff. But once it became pretty clear that they weren't going to get that movie out this summer, because they probably have known that for months that it wasn't going to, even though they only just recently delayed it, they've known for a while they weren't going to be able to make it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe then they
I guess so.
Maybe then they would rush Dodo into production or something.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I assume
granted that is if we even get it, because we might not be Dodo, but
the reason why I dive too deep into like, I guess the reasoning behind reused molds and the budget behind 09 is because like it's such a balanced wave, so much so that I don't think that I think this was the plan. I don't think there was anything changed too far, like that deviated too far from this plan. Like 09 was always meant to have not necessarily like filler, but things that they already had in their pocket.
Like they just kind of set 9.
Yeah.
They set 9 aside for like around this time. We know we're gonna have Arc 0 and 02, but then the figures you've been working on for a while we'll put out here too.
But like I'm just saying that because it seems so intricately planned.
Oh yeah, I mean set 9 was definitely very well constructed.
Yeah. I mean, it could have just worked out that way too.
It's just tricky because of the fact we don't have movie information and everything. Like at this point in time, typically when we get to this point of like speculating on the final sets for the shows, we have a handful of things left for them to do that it's pretty clear that's what their final set's going to be, or at least parts of that. Because I know like Geo took a long time to finish everything that we kind of would have expected in its final set. So, but like right now, besides the 2 new things that haven't even been in the show yet, we're caught up. So it's like tricky to try to figure out what would be in set 10.
Right.
I would honestly not even like. I mean, obviously we know that there's gonna be more figures than set 7 had. But, like, right now, it would have been interesting if it was, like, just a set of, like, 3 figures or something again, but we know that's not the case.
Yeah, we know, or at least through prices and division, we know.
Right.
Yeah, the 10 pieces. Like, so then we can potentially, if we know that there are going to be expensive pieces to this set, there has to at least be some things that are reused. I think that might be a good reason to bring back in the Valkyrie mold, because they put so much money into making it.
No, I got it. The only reused pieces we're going to have are the swords that Ikazuchi has for Dodo.
And that's it. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. A very expensive way.
Oh, absolutely.
But I think it'd be I'm hoping that Jackal's going to be in there. I don't know how educated of a guess that is, but I feel like they have that mold done. Like at the very least, they have.
Well, did they? I mean,
once they did Hornet, the mold's done. Ish.
I mean, I can't remember exactly how much Jackal deviated from the Vulcan and Valkyrie suit.
I'm looking at it now.
Same with Horseshoe Crab, because
or really any of the Raiders.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the suit now. The changes that I could see them making are maybe just changing up the upper bicep of the figure.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably not too bad, but then again, we don't know how the mold was distributed. Because what they were talking about with Valkyrie is, well, I mean, like, look at the figure already. Because, like, half of it's orange, half of it's white. So that means their mold, their sprue, probably has the left and right separated. And that isn't too conducive, like, that means your left and right are going to have to be separated color-wise. Right? If they want to reuse that mold. So then...
I think there's enough difference in the design of the body that they could just potentially make an entirely new mold, because
you know he would.
Yeah, because you know what else has kind of gone away since the first few waves? The ability to remove the limbs easily.
Yeah.
So I could see them just being like, we're going to remove that feature just because we're not doing it anymore, and we're also going to add these parts, so we might as well make a new mold.
I do wonder if, like, the hotfix that they did to 02 in making his shoulders sink easier into the chest, I wonder if that's just going to be the thing going forward. I know they usually wait till the next series to make those changes. Actually, let me take a look at Arc Zero. Oh, those are...
There's what?
Yeah, those shoulders are kind of close. So hard to yeah, no. I don't know, man. This is tough to tell. It looks pretty smooth. Does anyone know what I'm talking about anymore?
Nope. Maybe.
Didn't clarify.
You remember how in 02's blog they said, hey, we made it so that the shoulders are closer to the chest now in order to remove that gap. I'm wondering if that's a hotfix going forward rather than just for 02. And Arc Zero seems like he has, you know, very close shoulders. So maybe that's the basis to make a new mold on new things.
Probably.
I don't know. I don't know if this information was helpful to anyone. Either way, it's so hard to think of what's coming next. So at the very least, my 5, and I'm just going to keep it simple with 5. They're probably going to deviate from this path pretty quickly.
Oh, sure.
But Dodo, 0 or Arc 1, Jackal, Invading Horseshoe Crab. Oh man, I don't have a 5th one, do I? Huh. Saber. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. Saber.
Wow, unprecedented.
01 doesn't get his own line. It's Saber.
Okay, so my prediction. I'm gonna put it out there right now. My final prediction. The Geo Waz armor from the stage show. Another Oma Geo from the stage show. Another Dien from the Gates V Cinema.
Uh-huh.
And another decade.
And then another decade, because it's going to be the
you
same.
You gotta reuse the mold.
Yeah, you gotta reuse
That's
the mold.
Smart.
And then, Arc Zero.
Saber.
And then Arc 1, because we gotta get one 01 figure in there.
You're right. Yeah,
Ride 14.
I like that one.
Yeah, Ride 14.
Ride 14, that's right. Malunis, where are you landing here?
I'm gonna... You know what? I've made a bunch of random predictions that somehow came true, so I'm just gonna say Arc 1, Naki, Invading Horseshoe Crab, Jackal, and Izu. Bring it!
I'm down. But I needed to have optional Azu forms.
Yeah, different option heads for the hair.
Was there anything else besides the hair this changed?
I don't think so. Just
so,
for like
the demeanor.
Just
so
for like
because we don't do dummy heads. Like let's just split it up like this: headless Izu body, and then 2 heads in the other box.
That works.
Sure.
Oh! I need someone somewhere in this set to come with the suitcase forms of the other weapons.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that would be good. Oh, that's where you put it in Izu's thing.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Because she holds them all.
Yeah.
You're done. But yeah, I think that's it. That's enough speculation. I would say let us know what you think in the comments, but once again, this comes out late. This is going to be the podcast topic for the next week.
How'd we do?
Not helpful information to you now. I'll just put it in the podcast topic. Once the next blog comes out, we're going to be getting your guys' thoughts on what else you think is coming. Unless next week they just do it all.
That's what I said. It's just like, depending on when this goes up, what do you think about our predictions, and did you think we did really well with our predictions?
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened? I'm going to forget that we made these predictions when I post this. So, remind us how bad these are, or how great they were. But yeah.
Also,
guys,
SHODO Chronicle Gaim. There we go. Just going to get that in there.
SHODO Chronicle Gaim. That's next week.
Let's do it.
Actually, no, that's in AI 10. It's just SHODO Chronicle Gaim.
Backdoor pilot.
Featuring Saber. Guys!
Of course.
Thank you so much for listening. If you like this episode, hit that like button and subscribe if you want to hear more from us each week. Also, remember, there are links in the description down below to how you can help support the Black Lives Matter movement. Cannot stress that enough. Go ahead and go in there, donate or sign petitions if you can. Absolutely sign petitions. Those are free things to do. As long as you do something, it helps. It helps. Just do something there. Just use a link, please. And yeah, guys, thanks. Oh, also, this is another thing that I've been meaning to do. If you have any other suggestions for places to donate to, leave them in the comments, and we'll try to shout them out in another episode. I think a few weeks ago, which will be months ago from at the time of this posting, probably, I believe Peacemaker 2448 let us know that the link to the Ichi.to was not up anymore, but there was also a Humble Bundle that was going up for NAACP. That one's probably done too.
Yep.
Checking that right now. But also, thank you for leaving that. Thank you for telling us that. And yeah, that bundle's over. But if there are any new ones, leave it in the comments, and people can go see it. So look in there if you want other places to support.
Right. So
yeah.
Thanks for listening, and keep it. Oops.
No, we're ending it. It's over.
変身。